Hi, my name is Ted Thomas. I'm one of the counselors here. Today, this presentation is going to be about all the things you need to know about college and graduating from high school and stuff like that. You'll be hearing from all the counselors. I'm going to go first. To start us off, let's talk about this post-secondary plans, things that you can do after high school. Traditionally, our students are going to go to 5 different places after leaving Sobrato and walking across our stage. They're going to end up going to the CSU, to the UC, some community colleges, vocational schools, or the military. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Here on the slide, you'll see that the University of California, there's 10 of these schools in the state of California, 9 of which students can apply to. You'll need to have maintained at least a 3.0 in order to be eligible for this school. And the reality is you're probably looking at around a 3.5 to really be in the mix or to be in the running. The University of California is going to ask the students complete a personal insight question. In fact, you have to pick 4 out of 8 potential prompts. We will have a whole bunch of different presentations and workshops based on the personal insights and how to help you. In addition to that, we will be helping students with the application itself. We have just basic workshops for the CSU, for the UC, and for private schools as well. This application can be submitted beginning November 1st, and it needs to be submitted by November 30th at the latest. Our next system of higher education is the CSU system. In order to be eligible for this system, you need to maintain at least a 2.0. For both the UC and the CSU, SATs are no longer required. And so if you have not taken an SAT, no problem. You're still eligible for this system. There are 23 state schools up and down the state of California, as far north as Chico and as far south as San Diego. Again, you need a 2.0 to be minimally eligible for this school. Yeah, I went to San Francisco State. This is one of my systems. I think next up, we'll be talking about private colleges with Dulce.
Hi everyone, my name is Dulce Velasquez and I am the academic counselor for those of you with last names ending on RE through Z. And I'm going to be talking about private colleges. For those of you interested in applying to private schools, they do require that you meet A through G eligibility. Admission deadlines for these schools may vary, so some schools will have early decision, early action, or regular decision. So it really depends on what schools you're looking into. A minimum GPA for these schools, again, varies by institutions. So some schools that are really competitive, like Stanford, Santa Clara, they're going to be looking at 4.0s and above GPAs, but there are also other universities, independent colleges that have lower GPA requirements. So again, meet with your counselor. We can definitely review some of those schools with you. SAT, ACTs for these particular schools, again, it varies. So if you're looking at private schools, especially out of state, we definitely want to do our research and make sure that if they do require one of these tests, that you take them. Important things to keep in mind as you're writing your personal essays for these schools. Make sure you're sharing with them your interest, with the things that you're passionate about, and why they should be admitting you. Some of these schools also have, out-of-state schools, have the WUI program, which is the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. This is basically to help you with the cost of attendance. So again, make sure you check in with us and we can look into that with you. Most of these schools will use the Common App application. So make sure that you are visiting the school's website, completing the application through the Common App, or if they have their own individual application, that you complete that as well. Add your schools to your Naviance account, because that's how we're going to send our school report, send transcripts, and all of that information. Very briefly, for financial aid, most of our students will be completing the FAFSA application, but some of these private schools do require an additional application called the CSS profile. So you want to make sure you complete both. Now, not all schools require this application, but those that do will have different deadlines. So again, make sure you're checking in with us and we can take you through that process. Some updates for the CSUs and UCs. For CSUs, again, SAT, ACTs are not required. They're not going to be taken into consideration for admissions. So if you have taken one of these 2 tests, you can still submit your scores and they can use those for placement for your English and your math. So make sure that if you feel like you've performed well, that you can send those to those schools. The minimum GPA did go up from a 2.0 to a 2.5 GPA, but if you have a GPA below a 2.5, the CSUs will still look at your application and evaluate your admissions based on supplemental factors. Supplemental factors could be going above and beyond A through G requirements, household income, extracurricular involvement, and other things. For UCs, again, SAT, ACT are not required. The UC will not take these tests into consideration for their admissions process. So again, you can send them for the placement for your English and math, but again, they're not going to be required for admissions. And for private schools, like I mentioned previously, SAT, ACT may vary by institution. Okay, so make sure you're doing your research. For the community colleges, there's 116 community colleges across the state. For applying for the community colleges, all you need to do is graduate from high school, submit your application. Usually this process starts in the spring semester, and they offer associate's degrees for you, certificates, transferring pathways to the CSUs, to the UCs, and private schools. They don't require any of the SAT, ACTs, and they do have a program called the California Promise Grant, where you can actually go to school 2 years for free. So there's a lot of information to come to you guys in regards to financial aid. So we're gonna have a college information night and also financial aid night. So we look forward to sharing that information with you. So then I'll pass it on to our other academic counselor so we can go over your senior year calendar.
Hi everybody, I'm Ms. Jen Baez, one of the academic counselors here at Serato High School. I'm going to be talking a little bit about our senior year calendar and what that looks like, and then all the steps that you can take to get your college process going. First, we have our senior year calendar overview. This is a great tool and resource for you to use as we're going through the college process. It has deadlines, important deadlines, such as application and FAFSA application deadlines that are noted there for you. This is a great tool so that you can have an idea of where you should be month to month in your college process going. Now, it doesn't mean you have to stick to every bullet point, but it just gives you an idea of what you should be doing from here until applications are due. Things that you could be doing right now, if you haven't already started, please start working on your personal insight questions if you are planning to attend a UC or apply to a UC. We are also asking that if you are going to be attending or applying to a private school, that you begin asking for your letters of recommendation. It's great, obviously, to do this in person rather than through email. If you're going to be needing a counselor recommendation, please let us know so that we can go on Naviance and get those letters started for you as well. Another great thing that you should be doing right now is starting to look at different scholarship opportunities, preparing yourself to what schools you may want to attend, right? We have CSUs, we have UCs, private schools. You should be going on Naviance, identifying those schools that you're going to be applying so that when it's time to start the application, we have all that noted for you and we can help assist you going through that. Important deadlines are going to be coming up also. The UC application will be available for submission beginning, October 1st through November 30th. The CSU application is going to be available October 1st through November 30th. And then those private schools and out-of-state institutions, please make sure that you are aware of their personal deadline because those deadlines do vary. Also, another big important piece of the college process is the financial aid application. That will be available on October 1st, and then the priority deadline is going to be March 2nd of next year. From here on out, we will be talking about financial aid. We'll be having some workshops for you. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Another great tool that we use to support our students here in the counseling office is going to be Ms. Atkins. She is helping us counselors with the scholarships. So scholarship opportunities are beginning to start rolling in. Ms. Atkins is going to be emailing out students any opportunity that's available to them. Please check your email. We have already sent out the Serato Common Scholarship application. The earlier that you get that in, the more opportunities that may be available to you. If you have questions, concerns, if you need help filling out applications, please feel free to reach out to your counselors. Stop into the counseling office for any assistance that you may need. And please take all the opportunities out there that you have to earn that free money so you can pay for college.
Hi, okay, so I'm Ms. Gatke and I'm going to be talking to you about Naviance, which is our college and career readiness program. This is a way for you to go ahead and keep everything organized. So instead of keeping a bunch of Google Docs or little pieces of paper laying here and there, you can put everything that you need to keep yourself organized You can go ahead and list your colleges on there, which we would really like you to go ahead and do. You can order your transcripts on there. If you're not sure which colleges you're applying to, there's something called Supermatch College Search that you can go ahead and do too. It will also help you look for those reach, safety, and target schools that you're looking at applying to. Ordering those teacher letters of recommendation, that's something else that you need to do through Naviance. So it's not a way for you to apply for college through Naviance. All the links are on there for you to go ahead and do to give you easy access, but it's a way for you to keep it all together. It also helps your counselor to answer questions for you when you come and ask, how many letters of recommendation do I need, or do I need any? Do I need to go ahead and submit a transcript, or when did you submit your docs for me? There's something else with a common application that you'll need to do, and that's all done through Naviance for us and for you. So it's a very easy way of keeping everything together. So I really encourage you to please use that. Again, like I said, it's not a way for you to actually go ahead and apply, but the links are on there to make it easy for you to do, as well as a number of different resources to make everything very easy for you. So please go ahead and use this system, because I will definitely be encouraging every student, senior student I come into contact with, to go ahead and do that. The next steps that you're going to be thinking about is paying for college. So I love that we do help students with the FAFSA, with the DREAM application. We will be having Cash for College events, so please look out for those dates. If you are applying to a private school, please go ahead and look up to see if you need to apply for the CSS profile. If you need assistance with doing that, just go ahead and speak to your counselor. We also have the Morgan Hill Scholarship application that's available. Miss Edie Atkins can give you the link for that. It's also posted for ease on Naviance, as well as a number of other scholarship searches. So again, this is a management system, so you can see all the links are in there, teacher letters of rec, being able to pay for college. We send out a lot of different announcements and things too, so it just makes it a very easy thing for you, because senior year can be very stressful, and we're trying to keep it as clean for you as possible and in one place. So we want you to have a great year. Things are going to get crazy. We don't want you to get senioritis, because it's an actual real thing, like I try to describe to parents, but we want you to keep your heads calm as possible. So make sure you like taking that self-care, taking time for yourself, get some fresh air. Make sure that you're communicating with your counselors. That's what we're here for, to help you. So when you don't know what to do, we're the ones to come to. And even if we can't help, we definitely know how to go ahead and resource for you. And then we just want to say, go Bulldogs. We're looking forward to a great year with you.
That's it for now. If any questions or anything comes up, please feel free to reach out to your counselor so we can help support and answer those questions. Also, please remember to join us tomorrow via Zoom for our college information night. Parents and students are invited to join. The counseling team will be going into more detail about the whole college process, and we'll be giving a lot more information about the applications, financial aid, personal insight questions. Join us again. You should have received an email. Go Bulldogs.